Paint drip map. For this simple project, we use watercolor paint to create really organic looking roads, rivers, or even boundary lines for a map. You will use heavy paper, paper towels, and liquid watercolor paint. Start by adding a drop of paint right on the edge of your paper. You might encourage students to lift the paper off their desk to do this part. Now, if you don't have little droppers for your students to use, you can use a popsicle stick or a little spoon to add that paint. Then let gravity do its thing. You can turn your paper as the paint rolls down to encourage your roads to change direction. If your paint drop just isn't rolling, you can always add more paint right on that spot, and it should pull right down the page. I always like to have a paper towel on my desk to catch the drop of paint right as it falls off the edge of my paper. So just continue adding more drops of paint to make more roads or rivers or boundary lines. You'll find that this is pretty fun, and because of that, students have a tendency to go overboard. So really have a conversation about having a little bit of restraint and making purposeful marks on the paper. The paint sometimes does unexpected things, which is pretty cool. Also, notice how instead of letting my paint roll off the page this time, I decided to tip my paper the other direction and let the paint follow the old pathways to make them a little bit darker. Keep reminding your students that what they are creating is a map and that they should stop when it looks great. Try not to get it overcrowded. That's all there is to it. Just let this dry and then you can add symbols or illustrations, a compass rose, a map key, or anything else you want to add. Have fun!